Hello everyone and welcome back. This is it. Newcastle United tour begins today. As you can see in the background, we are in our hotel room over here in Hull as 4,500 Newcastle fans are heading down to the kickoff stadium tomorrow to watch our first pre-season match in front of fans. You guys can watch it, I can watch it. We can all see it either in person or online. We can see Newcastle United play their first pre-season match where we can finally watch our team again. It's been a nice break with the Euros, but we are back to club football now, and this is the start of my tour across the world. We're going to Japan in 2 days' time to watch our two pre-season matches out there. So my current plans are staying here tonight in Hull, match tomorrow. I'm heading down to London where we're going to get ourselves on a flight straight over to Tokyo. I'm going to spend the next week and a half just showing you vlogs abroad. It'll probably be around a dozen vlogs or so, what I thought. So make sure you stay tuned on the channel before we get into anything transfer related. Get down there, hit that subscribe button and smash the like button as well so you don't miss any of the upcoming content. In terms of the overnight stay vlog, I know it's a little bit of a spoiler with the room now, but this will be a part of the Tokyo overnight stay vlog that will come out in the next 2 to 3 days. So I just want to give you a heads up on that because there has been so much transfer related news with Newcastle United. I just had to come out and make a video because there's so much going on. And the big one in the title and the thumbnail you've seen, Kieran Trippier has been spotted at Newcastle Airport, especially with the speculation surrounding him. It was a player that has been rumoured to be going to Saudi Arabia all summer long. All of a sudden, he gets spotted in a photograph heading out on a flight to the Middle East, and the first thing fans are saying straight away is goodbye Kieran, or is he going to leave the football club? It's not true. The picture is real, that was from today. It's true that he's headed out to the Middle East, but it's not true that it is a sign of him leaving the football club, and there's a lot more to it than what meets the eye, and we'll get through that obvious bit first. In terms of Kieran, he has just played in Euro final, and that goes to Anthony Gordon as well. I know he didn't play in the final per se, but he was part of Southgate's team. Bruno still hasn't been pictured back in training yet. Seen photographs this morning, the likes of Amo, Shaw, some of the international stars filtering back into the club now, but not all of them are back. And it has been reported by some media outlets that it is a scheduled trip abroad. So Kieran Trippier has headed out to Dubai with his family. Still got a bit more free time. He won't be at Hull tomorrow. He won't be at Japan next week. So his schedule, if he is going to continue playing for this football club, is for him to come back at the Salah weekend. So he's spent some time away now with his family. Bit of a holiday for him. He's just played the Euro final, so it is normal. It is as expected from Eddie Howe. Now, it's entirely possible that the club might have just said that he's on holiday and then they might end up selling him the next week or so anyway. The club could have told misleading information, but my impression is that he is actually on holiday. I believe the club in this. I think his family have went on holiday. I think it's a case where Kieran Trippier has been given additional time off. That doesn't mean he's going to stay, and that doesn't mean he's going to go. I still fully bank on him leaving if I had to put any money on it. For me personally, it's the last window now where you can get money on Trippier and on Wilson. Wilson is already staying, as we know, because of his injury that he's picked up. Therefore, we can't sell Wilson, which means we only sell one of the two now, which is Trippier. Trippier is a player that he's older now. He's in his middle 30s. He's someone that, I mentioned it quite a few times, not quite the same player that he was when he first came, and I think his form has dipped a little bit. His legs have went a little bit as well, so if Newcastle are able to sell him now, it's your best chance to do so, and it's something where it's going to go either way, I feel like. A few weeks left to go, whether he'll stay or not, it's another question, but to get into some more positive news, Botman is actually potentially back in October. That is huge, by the way, in terms of an ACL injury. Him and Lascelles picked up 2 freak injuries where it's the exact same. It is an ACL tear right here, and it's just been an awkward one because Newcastle then have had to sign a centre half in Lloyd Kelly, someone that can also play left back, but is likely to be that centre half choice. If we are able to get Botman back that soon, that is huge. However, I must make a warning now. However, he has to be playing well, because I remember after his first ACL tear that he picked up before the Milan trip, he came back in and he was horrendous. Week after week, he was dropping clanger after clanger, and it felt like almost a shadow of his former self. It was just poor. Botman was not playing well at all. He was having bad matches, so it's important for us not to only get him back, to make sure he is playing well when he gets back. He needs to be playing well for our team, otherwise there's no point of rushing him in. So if he is potentially able to get back for that October time, massive thumbs up, but he has to play well. If we are just rushing him back in, there's no point, just don't do it. So We need to make sure he is fully back 100% his former self when he gets in there. Great performances from him, we were looking great. But positive news, great things. Talking away from the potential outgoings now and the current squad, I want to talk about incomings because there's been quite a lot of noise surrounding Makadeki. So this is the Chelsea winger, quite a promising player. I do rate him a lot. I like this guy a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I think he's a great player now. It's been a surprising amount of Chelsea fan pages and just speculation down London that Newcastle have been able to agree, at least on a personal level, with the player to actually potentially bring him in. Does he fit Eddie Howe's bill though? Is that a sort of player that the PAF would go in for? Is that someone in Newcastle's mind that we're going in for? And I think when you look at incomings, I mentioned at the start of the actually, I felt like Newcastle surely with the Japan tour next week, they want players in as soon as possible so they can play some pre-season matches, get up to strength for the rest of the squad. Hasn't happened. Just hasn't happened at all during this week, and I'm questioning myself going, actually, there's only 3 to 4 weeks left of the window. Why aren't we bringing more players in? We clearly have the money to spend now. We're dealt with PSR. Newcastle's got money at their disposal. Darren Hughes just came on an interview with NUFC and said that we have money now, we can spend some money, and we aren't doing it. So I'm kind of looking and going, well, why is that the case? Has Newcastle not found the right player? Has Newcastle perhaps been a bit hesitant because of the fact that Amanda and Murdoch again have just left a couple of weeks ago? We just had a new director of football coming with Paul Mitchell. So we're at that stage now where we should be bringing players in, but it just hasn't happened yet. Surely, over the next couple of days, and potentially even during the Japan tour, I'm expecting some activity in terms of signings to come in because Newcastle does need them. You got to look at our signings so far. Lewis Hall, who we had last season, Lloyd Kelly was a free, and 2 goalkeepers. I mean, you might as well call it a Mike Ashley transfer window. I mean, it's been that lacklustre on the incoming side of things at the moment. Something's got to give at some point. There is no way Newcastle is going into this season without signing at least one marquee signing. They've got to. They want to be looking to get Champions League football again. And the PAF knows in their best interest, you have to bring some big players in to make sure that the squad is actively improving, not just on the pitch, but in terms of squad depth as well, in terms of players that we have available on our bench to go straight in. We have to do that. And it's up to Newcastle to get that job done. I fully expect us to do it, so even though it might be a bit of a panicky stage, just don't panic. Newcastle will get it sorted. I fully believe in this football club. They've always said this, it's not about spending money, it's about spending wisely. It's about getting the players that they want in instead of panicking to get a big marquee name in it. It's making sure that this player actually can progress in our team. He's the right fit for Eddie Howe, and he's the right fit for Newcastle and what we want to do in terms of our possession in play, in terms of how we attack towards the opposition goals. So it's just about getting a player that suits us, and Newcastle will do that. And finally, before we wrap things up, I do want to mention Newcastle's infrastructure. So this was posted by The Athletic in terms of how Newcastle United staff members actually work. So of course at the top you see our chairman or CEO, and then we go down and you see just each individual staff member and what role they operate at the club and just who has a bigger say and a different pull power in the club. And it's quite fascinating to kind of look at it because again, Amanda and Murdoch, they just left, so they have to shuffle around a bit. So it's important for you guys to be aware of how staff members work, about who's in charge of who, and about just how the club operates. And you compare that to a few years ago when it's Mike Ashley, Lee Charney, and that was it. It is light and day difference. The club are so much better now and it's so much more professional. You can just see for yourselves just how good that looks. Hopefully you took something away from this video. So the most important part of the Kieran Trippier stuff is that it's true he has went out to the Middle East, but it is the scheduled holiday. It's not him shooting off to Saudi Arabia now and singing about it. But it hasn't happened yet. Maybe Newcastle have said he's on holiday, and all of a sudden a few days later news changes and Trippier has left the football club. But Newcastle has stated to journalists that he is on holiday. He's been given additional time off and he will be coming back after the Japan tour, according to them. So you take what you want away from this video. I just wanted to clarify everything, make sure you guys are fully aware about it. And I'd like to finish off by saying that pre-season began. Match tomorrow. Can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see you all down in Hull. So wish you all the best. Safe travels if you're going to the game. I'll see you here at the kickoff. The weather is great outside. I'm hoping it stays that way tomorrow. You can just see the sun beaming at my hotel room now. So I'm going to upload this video, get my overnight stay vlog section in Hull all recorded up, and then I'm going to enjoy myself through the night. So all the best. Hope you enjoy it. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section, and we'll see you all in the next one.